Emily Barton is an American novelist, critic, and academic. She is the author of 3 novels, The Testament of Eve Skundrin, Brookland, and the Book of Esther. Emily Barton.
Everyone else is so very much taller than I am. You got it? All right. I'm so happy to be here with all of you today. And as Simi was saying earlier, I've been trying to think about ways to keep it positive. Like, what can I do to contribute in a positive way to the discourse of this time? So what I'm going to read to you right now is actually an essay that I wrote back in the fall of 2012 as part of the 90 Days, 90 Reasons project. Basically, every day, someone said a reason why they were going to vote for Barack Obama's re-election, and then wrote a short essay elaborating the point. So here's mine. It's reason number 40, because I love the social contract. I'm voting for Barack Obama because I love the social contract, and I know he does too. You remember the social contract from school, right? Say you're an early human living out on the taiga in a small clan. You've just killed and butchered a caribou, but with no government to protect you. Your bigger, stronger neighbor can come along, conk you over the head, and take it away. He can also rape your daughters while he's at it, and you have no means of redressing these wrongs. That's what Thomas Hobbes calls the natural condition of mankind. A life that's solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. Hobbes argues that as individuals and in aggregate, we're better off if we give up some of our natural rights to governments in order to gain the security of our persons and property. Though it might seem that signing the social contract was something that happened in the deep past to our prehistoric ancestors, we renegotiate this contract every day. When we agree to obey the speed limit or not to text while driving, these are extensions of the social contract. We're giving up individual and I would say selfish pleasures in favor of the common good, which might even turn out to be our own. Right now, you might be saying, wait a minute, whatever his other failings, I'm sure Mitt Romney supports traffic law. That seems really funny in hindsight, because nobody would say that about Trump. But the social contract is more than that. A reminder that we're part of a society with all the rights and responsibilities attached to that. A civil society protects all of its members, including the smallest and the least powerful. And I'm willing to admit that part of the reason I love the social contract is that I benefit from it. I'm small and I'm a woman, so I'm glad to have the government's protection. As a novelist and teacher, someone who lacks the political and economic sway of a senator or a captain of industry, I feel fortunate to live in a democracy. But most of the reason I love the social contract isn't selfish at all, because in protecting the weak, it helps everyone. You don't have to be a wild-eyed socialist or a bleeding heart liberal, although I'm both of them, to believe in fire departments, for example. If your house catches fire, you're thrilled. The government thinks it's its duty to put that blaze out. And the rest of your neighborhood is thrilled too, since a one-house fire can quickly consume a whole block. Likewise with health insurance. If one child's family can't afford medical care and he gets sick, every kid in the classroom can come down with the mumps. Protecting everyone equally may be moral. It's also plain smart. You can see President Obama's practical and moral intelligence at work in many of his policies. His Making Home Affordable program has thus far helped more than 1 million families, mine included, restructure their mortgages and stay in their homes, even after Wall Street came around to steal everyone's caribou. When MHA helps one family, it helps a whole neighborhood. When it helps 1 million neighborhoods, it keeps the entire financial system strong. The President's Affordable Care Act now, I feel like I have to put air quotes on that now, requires insurers to spend 80% of the revenues they collect on providing actual care to their customers, while it also expands health insurance coverage to more American families like mine. So, hulking insurance companies are no longer allowed to gorge on everyone else's meat. Though I'm sure that just like the banks, they'd love to keep muscling around in the state of nature. The whole tribe stays healthier. There are dozens of other examples. President Obama's support of the letter and the spirit of the social contract defines him. Here he is in his acceptance speech at this year's DNC, talking about the rights and responsibilities the social contract entails. We insist on personal responsibility and we celebrate individual initiative, but we also believe in something called citizenship, a word at the very heart of our founding, at the very essence of our democracy. The idea that this country only works when we accept certain obligations to one another and to future generations. That's the voice of someone with a conscience, someone who understands that all of us, himself included, must make sacrifices to help others, and that we all benefit from such actions, even when we aren't the direct recipients of the aid. That's the voice of a man who's interested in the long-term effects of his economic and social policies. It's the voice of a patriot in a sense that George Washington would understand. And it's the voice of a good father, someone who considers it his duty not just to love his children, but also to guide them toward becoming righteous adults. About his daughters, he writes, "I'm inspired by my own children, how full they make my heart. They make me want to work to make the world a little bit better, and they make me want to be a better man. This is the person I, for one, want running my country. And if Thomas Hobbes were alive, I think he'd vote Obama in November." So, thank you. I am really looking forward to what that great president does next. Have a great day.